Alright, welcome back everybody. This is not my normal roll search. So, yesterday I went to the bank. I was on some errands and I thought to myself, I haven't been in a bank branch in about 6 months, literally. Also, I don't actually spend any time searching hand rolls from banks. In 20 years, I haven't searched these types of rolls, so this is going to be super duper fun. These rolls, I went into a large branch at my bank and asked them if they had any rolls, just randomly, expecting to get a few new rolls, and as we know, the coin shortage has become a real thing, especially if you're someone who likes to search rolls. So there are a lot of people online and offline who just go to the banks and get big bags or boxes of rolls, or as many rolls as they have available. So I randomly decided I'm going to stop in my bank branch, which they've known me for a very long time, and see if they have some rolls. So like I said, this is a really large branch. She said we have about 10 or 12 rolls total. I said I'll take them all. I didn't even ask what they were. She said that will be $150. I was actually confused for a moment, but $1, $1. So there's 50 right there. And then quarters are $10 rolls. So one thing that's been happening that we've been reading about online and seeing people post is called a collection dump. So people have been spending literally old collections of coins, or just old coins that someone else or perhaps they have been saving, and they just don't know how to get rid of them. So maybe they have some junky silver that's not in great condition. It's hard to sell unless you sell it in bulk. They don't know what to do with it. There's stories right now about people finding lots of silver left over in coin stars. Free tip: check the coin star every time you walk by. There's some interesting things that show up in there. So I basically asked for rolls. Now, the thing about these rolls is, knowing that people have been doing collection dumps and that we're not seeing a lot of new coinage, I would expect here in Denver to be seeing a bunch of bank rolls from the services that wrap fresh coins from the Denver Mint. And obviously our banks end up with quite a few of those. So anyway, I was expecting some new rolls. She pulled these out and I was shocked, because what you hope, obviously, is that someone was just getting rid of the coins at home. People have been gently asked by local businesses all over the country, if you have extra coins, please spend them here. If you're, going to particular businesses, obviously grocery stores and things are very grateful right now for people spending their coins. So these are clearly hand wrapped. She put them in a bag for me. I thought what was funny was she literally threw them on the counter. Just no respect for coins. she was very young, very nice banker. But she threw them on the counter, and then the little tiny bit of like 3 inches of gap for their safety, she jammed this onto that and then started smashing the coins to get them through, roll by roll, through that little gap. And I was cringing the whole time, wondering what kind of things she might have destroyed, but I'm just grateful. So let's just open this, because I'll show you it's still sealed. We're just going to open all of these, and obviously, knock on wood, hope for silver, hope for some cool stuff in the dollar rolls. These are small dollars, so they could be Sacagawea, they could be American Innovation dollars, they could be presidential dollars. I think I might be missing one, but this is going to be fun. Anyway, let's get this open. All right, everyone, just grab a coffee or whatever you like, and let's get to this. Pardon me. All right, so still got it sealed here. I actually asked her to put it in a sealed bag, so I I would resist at midnight getting up and opening these. So here we go. Let's get these out. They're going to be very easy to open, which is nice. So I have 10 rolls of quarters, and I have those 2 rolls of dollars. Oh, this is killing me. Some of these look old. They actually don't look fresh, and this is kind of an unusual wrap. So someone might have had these sitting in their house for quite a while before they used them recently. I'll tell you right now that these look like they've been bent for a while. These don't look like fresh bends. Oh man, I hope I'm not overly excited about this. And the last one. Ooh, it's heavy. I think it's filled with gold. Okay, I'm kidding. All right, let's just get them open. Let's do a little bit of this. And we'll take that last one. Here we go, people. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. I'm not kidding. I have not opened rolls like this in 20 years. I spend my time opening fresh U.S. mint rolls and older vintage rolls, especially wheat penny rolls, both searched and unsearched. Sometimes I gamble on N coins because some of those unsearched, quote, unsearched rolls were made quite a while ago. Okay, here we go. I'm breathless. Okay, let's see what we got. I see no silver. Sorry. I do see newer quarters. So I guess somebody probably wrapped up their change. I actually don't look through a ton of quarters, so I do know there's some modern varieties and errors, especially in the America the Beautiful quarters, all the statehood quarters. I'm just going to get these out in a row, and let's look for silver and other things that don't seem right initially. This is awesome. Okay. I don't even remember how to get the coins out of these rolls without... Hold on, I'm kidding. It's a tube. It's not that hard. But I am genuinely excited about this. Oh, geez. Oh, I see something that looks old. I probably should have done that the other way because I can't see the edges. Excuse me for a moment. I do see newer quarters in this one too. I don't see silver yet. Yes, I'm that positive. I don't see silver yet. Right? We're about to see some silver. I do see some older quarters though. And these rolls are definitely not brand new. They're not necessarily an old style roll, but these are not new rolls. And this is great. I'm loving this. Okay. I'm hoping that this is, like someone that owns a car wash or something, turning in their coins and just couldn't care less about what's in the change. No silver. No silver. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything that actually looks brand new yet either, but I am seeing some newer quarters, obviously. And I know that there's an error known of this with some extra roots. But let's move on here. I'm getting a little sloppy, but that's all right. All right. I want to see what's in them. I won't torture you with the whole search of going through them, but I'll do a little follow-up and show you if I found anything interesting after we take out all the silver ones. All right, come on, silver. Okay, this time I'm doing it in the correct direction. Let's see if there's any silver here. Come on, baby. Silver. I don't see silver yet. No. No. Again, I'm seeing some older state quarters. This is going to be a crazy mess here. I haven't had a table look like this since I was a young man, searching rolls, riding my mountain bike when I first moved to Denver, and buying rolls just like I did when I was 10 or 12. I was in my 20s when I moved to Denver. No silver, nope, no silver, but I am seeing some of these. That's ugly, but I'm seeing a lot of state quarters, a lot of older regular quarters, not necessarily older. There is an 83D, I think, was a very low mintage quarter, so even in not great condition, that's worth a few bucks. I know some of my varieties. I don't have or claim to have the kind of memory that some of these older gentle ladies and gentlemen have, who have been collecting their whole lives and don't seem to forget anything. It's unbelievable to me. Okay, silver. Come on, silver. 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 No silver. Okay, we got the dollar rolls. Let's do a dollar roll just for fun here. I'm going to do it right on top of these guys and see if this is an interesting mix, or if somebody went through some presidential dollars. I see a presidential dollar, and I see the back of a presidential dollar. There is a known error on the presidential dollars where the edge does not have lettering, so the edge of these coins should have lettering. Oop, I see a quarter. I got ripped off. It's on camera. I'm going to tell the lady at the bank. They got duped. I wonder if there's a quarter in the other roll too. And it's not even silver. These mostly look like presidential dollars from the edge. Oh my goodness. Hey, cool. Look at that. I mean, I shouldn't be that excited, but that's a first year Susan B. Anthony. And it's in pretty nice condition. That is cool. And it's actually in really nice condition. Oh, okay. That makes that little trip to the bank worth it. Cool. I'll put up a photo on top of this, show you guys in more detail. Okay, that's exciting. Okay, I'm going to wait to do this other roll since that roll was fantastic. Okay, we got 4 more of the quarters, so that's a really good sign. So somebody either, that's another thing that people don't talk about, is some of these claimed unsearched rolls that have been searched by people that don't know what to look for, to be quite honest. They know some things to look for that are very obvious, and key dates and things like that, but they do not know things, a lot of technical details or certain errors to look for. So no silver yet in this one. This one's a little tight here. Come on, silver. I think I just saw a silver. Oh no. Dang. Okay, I'm making a big mess here, but that's for me to clean up and you to enjoy. All right. Sorry if I bumped the camera there for the tripod. All right, we got 3 more rolls to open, and then the dollars. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm telling you, I literally feel like I'm 12 years old opening even those new rolls that I love, the mint rolls, and the old Wheaties rolls and nickel rolls, buffalo nickel rolls. And by the way, they did roll buffalo nickel rolls in the late 30s. For those of you that have heard rolls weren't even used till the 40s, I know for sure buffalo nickel rolls were made in the 30s, right from the horse's mouth. Someone who used to deal rolls in the 50s and 40s, and they actually remember rolls being offered of buffalo nickel rolls from the late 30s. and that was in the early 40s. So, okay, I didn't find any silver in that one. I thought I did, but I kind of put it in the shadow by accident. Okay, this 2 more rolls and this pile's getting unmanageable. Silver, come on, silver. Hope for the silver. Hope for the silver. No, I see a very worn nickel. I mean, a very worn quarter in there. No silver. But I do see this right here. 83, I think. 85. 85. Just looked very worn on the edge. All right. 1 more roll of nickels. Oh my God, I'm so excited. All right. Come on. Be the one. All silver. All gold. 1 silver. It's going to be hard to beat that first year Susan B. Anthony. It really looked nice at a glance. I got the old man vision going, so I couldn't quite tell, but that could be an MS condition coin. It didn't look horribly scratched. No silver, 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 no silver. So, no silver. Okay, here we go. All right. Everyone think positive. I need some good energy in this one. This really feels like old paper. This roll's been used a bunch of times, at least a few times, but this has been either sitting around or it's somebody's had these for a while. Let's see what we got. Oh, I see another Susan B. Anthony, I hope. Oh my gosh, 2. Oh, okay. I don't see any missing edge lettering, so these are, oh, I do. But this is probably not a presidential. I see another one. Yep, regular Sacagawea. Nice color on it. Let's see, the ones with no edge lettering are going to be Sakugawa dollars. Ooh, a presidential dollar with no edge lettering. Oh my goodness. I got to look it up. I have to see if that's actually a known error or if maybe I'm not knowing my years correctly. That's the Constitution dollar, I believe, or the the treaty dollar. Pretty cool. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, I see another Susan B. Anthony. Wow, first year, another one in really nice condition. But it's nice. All right, let's see what else we got here. Sorry about that. I see another Susan B. Anthony. Oh, I actually, I don't think it's a die clash, but I see a little something in front of her face there. Another one, and look at the luster. It actually has some original luster on it. Wow, I wonder if I got a little bit of a dollar collection dump here. Okay, here's another one with no edge lettering. Sacagawea dollar. You can see the difference in color in this one. The other one toned very brown, but still very nice. Here's 2 with no edge lettering. 3, actually here's a few. Presidential dollars. I don't know which ones. Maybe I take it all back. Maybe I don't know which ones are supposed to have edge lettering and which ones aren't, or maybe I'm holding a handful of valuable errors. I'll be honest and tell you I don't know at the moment. What I do is when I open a mint roll, it's filled with one type of coin, and I look very closely online, and if I have it in any books, and just research that one coin for varieties so that I know exactly what I'm looking for before I make a video. Full disclosure. So I don't want to go into a video knowing nothing, but also these presidential dollars, some of these are a bit lower mintage, and I don't remember seeing this Lincoln very much, so I'm going to look these up and see which ones are the lower mintage. So here's that other one. No edge lettering. So it'd be kind of funny to me if I actually end up holding a handful of really valuable no edge lettering presidential dollars, but I need to find out which ones are the errors. So here's a Sacagawea, another pretty one. It's one of my favorite coins, actually, out of all coins. So here's the other Susan B. This one's actually got a little tarnishing. Also, though, first year, very nice condition. I'll have to take a closer look at that one too. Wow. Okay, and I have at least one more here, one more with no edge lettering. It's a Sacagawea. It's starting to have actually some color, a little bit of toning, like actual toning. And the back is, oh, it's one of the series, I'm forgetting the name of it, but that's one of the treaties, I believe, being signed. Yeah, I'm not being quite as careful as I am with those MS68 potential mint coins, but this is pretty cool. I mean, I'm seeing some original mint luster on some of these. This one's probably the prettiest, I think, out of these dollars. That's got some nice color. That Sacagawea portrait is just gorgeous. I love this coin. So I'm going to go through all these and see if there's anything else interesting. I'm going to look up my varieties. That's one thing, is when you open this much stuff, you got to be prepared to go through it, or you could be missing something special. So I'm going to look up my error varieties on the dollar coins. I'm going to look up just the varieties to see if there's any more valuable, scarce, low mintage ones. I'm going to check these out to see if any of them are actually, possibly a little bit toned darkly, but sometimes they get toned or just oxidized, but they're still in amazing condition. So I'm going to be looking for those too. And then in the quarters, I have both modern quarters and classic quarters here. So in the quarters, there's a ton of varieties to look for. So I'm going to separate these by date, and then each date I'm going to look up and see if there's something special I should be looking for. In the modern quarters, most of the special ones are actually either ones in fantastic condition. This one's in okay condition. It's not in fantastic, but it's in nice condition. But there are known errors on some of these modern quarters, and they're not worth a ton of money unless the quarter's in exceptional condition. But there are quite a few little interesting errors. The technique that they use to make these new quarters are different. It's a different technique than in the past, and it's called a one squeeze method. So it's less likely to produce things like doubling. But there are coins where a little portion of the coin is doubled. So, but this is kind of crazy. So clearly someone wasn't really going through these. Look at the nice luster on this one, that first one I pulled out. This is just cool. Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is my first hand roll, not sushi, coin roll search. I'm loving this. Okay, I'll get back to you with the results. So let me just give you a quick update on what I'm doing. And this is too much fun, I gotta tell you. I haven't done one of these, like I said, in such a long time. But I'm taking the classic quarters and I'm just separating them out, and I'm going to look up the varieties for classic quarters to see if any are just rare, even in lower conditions, or valuable for some reason. As I go, I am looking for obvious errors and things like that. Then I'm taking the newer quarters and I'm stacking them by date, and then I'm going to go through each date and do the same thing and see what errors I should be looking for and what rarities I should be looking for, and varieties. I can show you a little bit about what I found so far. The quarters, I have not gone through almost all of them. So I just started making a stack of the classic quarters. I started making a stack of the state quarters, the America the Beautiful quarters. I went through those $2 rolls. That was just too much fun, I gotta tell you. These I pulled out because it's the first time I've ever found these coins in the wild, and I just like them. So this is the Native Americans in Space coin, and I love the little Native American astronaut floating there. But I have actually never found these coins in the wild, so here's another one. This is the peace treaty. I don't remember the formal name of this. Then I have actually never found a satin finish presidential, Sacagawea dollar. So you can see the clear and obvious difference there. This unfortunately isn't in great condition, but it is a satin finish dollar, and the edge lettering on this is pretty much gone. I had to take a loop, and sorry about that. I had to take a loop and figure out what the date was, and I was just barely able to make out the date. So then these were some of the better quality ones. So like I said, I have never found these in the wild before, and that was pretty cool to find two different finishes of a favorite coin that I've never found before. By the way, I'm not used to having the coins absolutely tear up my gloves either. So what was cool in the presidential dollars is there clearly somebody, I think, in the dollar coins did give up a little bit of a collection dump, because there were a lot of presidential dollars that look like they've been in fantastic condition recently. So you can see that I have a few here that just don't have a ton of wear. Very nice examples. Not too many marks on the coin, but these coins, these Sacagawea dollars and the American Innovation dollars, the presidential dollars, they need to be in absolutely stellar condition to be really worth some money just for being in great condition. So I'd put this at around an MS 64, something like that, for this coin. Pretty nice. So those two were kind of MS 64. These two were maybe MS 66, even nicer. I'll show you why. So you can see lots of the original luster, that original finish. Both sides, beautiful, clearly fresh coins. Sorry, I'm holding at a weird angle here. So you can see these are really nice. Trying to stay still makes you shake. Okay, there you go. So really nice, but I did get one in a possible MS67, I would say. It's definitely not a 68. Now if you look close, what you'll see is almost no marks from other coins. So I think maybe this was taken out of a mint set. You can see a couple little dings here and there, but look at all the original luster, all that original strike finish. It's really a nice coin. This one I'll put in a flip. I would say it's a 67. At 68, it'll actually be worth a few bucks. But still, to find it in the giant bag of coins that the teller smashed through that little opening, that was a nice surprise. So it was nice to find a couple of these in very nice condition. And then definitely the best Susan B. Anthony was this one. I was not correct about the die clash. That was some strange toning that was throwing me off. But you can see this is pretty nice. 1979. Not much contact from other coins. Definitely not much wear at all, if any. I'd put this at the very low end of an MS condition coin, mint state coin. You can see very nicely struck, all that original detail, that luster. So it's only worth a few bucks, really. Not too exceptional. I'm going to put this one maybe in MS, let's say 63. But that is really nice for a 1979 coin. So I do think someone maybe had some mint coins, or maybe some very nice coins that they did decide to cash in. So that's pretty cool. So I still have all these to go. And you can see my little pile there of the presidential coins. I found quite a few of the regular presidential coins. None of the edge errors. This is a new place for collectors. Since we now have some coins with edge lettering, there are instances of duplicate edge lettering, missing edge lettering, and overlapping edge lettering are the most common things. Weak edge lettering is also one of the things, as you can tell from the other coin I showed you. And then I got a few nice Sacagaweas and a few more Susan B. Anthony's. So this has just been super duper fun. I'm hoping to find maybe an error in here, maybe some variety of one in very nice condition. There are some 2020 quarters in here. That one I showed you early on was a 2020 quarter with the roots and the possible duplicate error. So I'm going to keep going here. But this is some fun. Here's that 2020 coin. Okay, so I did some stuff. So was that fun? Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. Did it make me wealthy? No, not quite. But I did find some cool stuff, and let me show you. So this is a different kind of thing, like I said. So here's the regular quarters. These are the classic quarters. So there were some almosts in there, but no silver, no errors. There were some nice ones. I did find one here that I'll show you in a bit that was interesting. So the other thing too is, if I was filling an album with the state quarters and the America the Beautiful quarters and the territories quarters, I found a lot of quarters from every year, some quarters from every year, and I think the only missing year was 2012. So yeah, I found a good amount of these quarters. I definitely could have filled a couple of books. There's also some really nice examples of all of them. So I pulled out the best ones, obviously, but these are sorted by year. What was really cool was actually seeing and holding and being able to really examine some of the designs that I've never gotten to see in person. So there were a couple hundred designs in here, I believe, maybe 100 designs. Maybe I should count and find out how many. But so that was a lot of fun, but I didn't find any of the known errors. There are a bunch of errors, like the spitting horse for this first year. For 1999, there's a little die gouge by the horse's mouth, and it makes it look like he's spitting. There's a doubling error on this Wyoming quarter. Not this one, but his hand on the little stirrup there is doubled in some cases. Didn't find any of those. It was just a lot of fun to look through these. This one I have never actually found in the wild, and it's one of my favorite coins. So maybe I'll just kind of keep this one in my pocket for a little while or something. Anyway, cool coin. Had never seen one loose like that, because I do have a couple of these graded. So that was neato to find that. Native Americans involved in the space program. So this one I just pulled out because It's a satin finish, and they don't show up too much, but if this was in really nice condition, this would be a couple $100 coin. But it's just different to find the satin finish, so that was neat too. So it was pretty cool to find one of my favorite designs in a regular finish and a satin finish. That was neat. And then there's this Sacagawea dollar, and it's in really nice condition. Let's see if I can show you that. So you can see this is definitely a mint state condition. There is no wear on her face, no wear. There are some dings from other coin contact, but not many. And it's in really nice condition. It's not in nice enough condition to get graded and resell it for a huge profit. I would say it's somewhere in the region of $10 to $15 in the book. So I'm going to guess that this is somewhere around an MS66. Really nice. I really like this design. His hands are really neat. I just like this. All the Sacagawea dollars I like a lot. So moving on with some of the nicer ones here. I got some presidential dollars that are in really, really nice condition. I actually do think someone was collecting and turned in some of their dollars. It looks like some of the dollars I found were possibly in very nice condition recently and then got put in these rolls and played with. But you can see this is, I'm going to place it somewhere around a 66. Sorry, I actually mean a 66. So it's really minimized on the dings there. You can see a lot of original luster. I got 4 of these in very nice condition. I'm just going to show them to you, and if you want to look them up, you can look them up, see what the values are there. So these are definitely nice. Like I said, not quite worth grading. This one's, you can see they're getting a little bit better. I put them in the order of how nice they were. So now we're getting towards the MS67 range. I was quite pleasantly surprised to find these in these rolls that she threw on the counter. So you can see there's barely a mark. Truly barely a mark on this one. So let me get that other one here. So this one's maybe not quite as nice as that one I just showed you, but still another very nice one. These are definitely going to go in flips. I'm not going to send them to get graded, but there were a few here that I'm going to keep separate. So another nice example. So this one was definitely the nicest one in the bunch. So I'm going to put this one at a solid MS67. There are no major dings or scratches on it. Lots of original luster. Just a beautiful copper dollar. Or, quote, golden dollar, if you want to call it that. So you can see this one's exceptional even compared to those really nice ones. So I was not happy to find this. Believe it or not, MS67, this is about a $15 coin. If it was even more exceptional and made it to MS68, it would be something like a $400 coin, if I remember correctly. So there's a huge difference when you get to these high grades. So that was cool. So let me show you another one. So I pulled out those Susan B. Anthony dollars. I don't know a ton about them other than I remember when they came out when I was a kid. And I do remember, as I said, when I opened this, this was the first year. She's got a little mark on her cheek there, but really, this is an MS State coin. If you look carefully, there isn't wear from circulation. I think someone took this out of a roll probably when it was new. It's got a little bit of nice brownish golden toning on it. It's in really nice condition. It's not what we call the wide rim, but beautiful, really nice. That's going in a flip. Do a little more research. Maybe this is MS63. Total guess on this. I can see some marks and stuff. Haven't really studied it too closely, but nice coin. Surprised to find one that nice in there. So that was another cool moment. What's always fun is to find some bicentennial quarters. You just don't see them a lot in change anymore. This one's in okay condition. It's, you know, nothing incredibly special, but you just don't see them a lot. So you can see some circular marks near the edges on this. That is from being an end coin in a roll. I noticed that a lot of the coins that I have here, a lot of the quarters, have those marks from being end rolls, end coins in rolls. I don't know why. Maybe this was searched by someone who didn't quite know everything to look for, but there were a lot of quarters in here that had those marks. So somebody might have spent some time cherry picking some other rolls and throwing these back to return to the bank, but there were quite a few of them, and I'll show you. I got one example that's pretty dramatic. So out of the classic kind of vintage quarters, this one has something strange going on. So can you see that texture? And if you look very, very closely, there is potential doubling a little bit in the I and the L. The thing is, this doesn't have what we call split serifs. So where the corners meet when things are doubled particularly well, there's a little divot in the corners where the corners don't line up perfectly when it's stamped more than once, struck more than once by the die. So if you notice by my thumb there, it has a double rim quite clearly. So it's slightly off center. The rim has clear doubling. Now if you look at the texture that the planchet is, you're going to see that there's some strange texture that must have been on the planchet before it was struck. Look right here between the eagle's head and the wing. Can you see that texture? It's all over the flat surfaces of the planchet. I believe this was a defective planchet, and then it experienced some machine doubling. It's got a lot going on. If you think you know what is happening here with this coin and what happened to it, leave your comment. I would love to know your theory of what happened here. So this coin clearly has some stuff going on. You can see that texture, especially by the date and "In God We Trust" on the flat surface there. You see that? So anyway, interesting. Here's another one, more modern quarter, but this seemed to have a defective planchet too. So when I get the angle right, you're going to see that there's sort of striations in the planchet on the flat surfaces. So let me see if I can get that so that I know you can see it. There's a definite pattern on the planchet. Probably an alloy mix problem would be my guess. Even with a modern coin, it happens sometimes. Let's see if I can get that. So I'll pick out the part of the video for you where you can actually see it if you can, but the front is pretty normal. but the reverse is just starting to get a little toning too, but also that weirdness of the planchet. I just thought it was an interesting defect. So this one actually has a minor error. It's got a little die cud, and a die cud is just a little bit of extra metal on the coin because there was a little recess in the die, and it could have been from accidentally gouging the die. But if you can see the L in the E pluribus unum, there is clearly, I'm going to zoom in for you, there is clearly a little bit of extra metal sitting right inside the L. So that's not a big deal, but it was enough for me to notice with my naked eye. And then when I took a close look at it, clearly a neat little error. So I'll stick it in a flip and label it. So that was cool. So the next one is slightly off center. So I found 3 that are actually slightly off center. Again, totally minor error. So you can see this one is off center towards what would be 9 o'clock. It's got a thinner rim definitely on the left than the right. Then we have the classic quarter, same problem. Minor off center. You can see thinner rim at the top, thicker at the bottom, clearly. Not a big deal, but interesting. It always makes me check the coins a little more closely when I see that, because there could be something else going on. So again, another one that's similarly off center, just barely. Thicker near my thumb, thinner at the bottom near the side there. Cool. Okay, now this was an end coin that got that damage from the crimping machine not being calibrated properly. But the damage is fairly spectacular on this one, because it looks like the crimping machine itself created a little star pattern as it swirled around and got tighter. It touched the coin. Usually there's just a swirl like I showed you earlier. This time it picked up all kinds of stripes and kind of a star pattern, and it's definitely from the coin rolling machine. You can see it coming out his neck there. You can see them behind his head. It just made a cool pattern. I've actually never seen that happen. Basically, when the machine came down and crimped the edges, the actual machine went beyond where it was supposed to and just glanced against the coin. But that's pretty cool. So I've never seen it happen like that. That's different. And then this one, it may have been exposed to something strange, but sometimes they do actually tone oddly. So this one has toned kind of an odd goldish yellow. You can see a little pink in there. It's definitely at this point a natural toning. It's deep on the coin. It really, you can see that it's not just on the surface and fresh and new, but it's actually kind of cool looking. It has that old buffalo nickel kind of yellow to it. All right, and then the last are the ones that were just really nice specimens for being trapped in these rolls that have been so kind of tossed around. So this time, let me start with these 2. I was just surprised how nice the condition of these were. This one is from 2007. It's the Washington State Quarter. And it is just barely mint state, meaning there isn't really much wear from circulation on it. It's close. I can see spots where you could argue it's got a little circulation, but it's close. It just caught me off guard that it was in such nice condition being in these rolls. It's not that special. I'm probably going to return it with the other ones, let someone else have some fun with it. But that was cool. And then this one is 2008, and even in nicer condition, for sure, this is in mint state. This is the Hawaii coin, which somehow made it here to Colorado. That's kind of cool in itself. But it's 2008. You can see a lot of original mint luster on it. Certainly plenty of contact from other coins, but that's pretty nice. I'm going to put that around a mint state 61, 62. Doesn't matter. None of us know the difference between mint state 61 and 62. It's kind of an old joke. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Hawaii in that nice a condition. This one, I'll put this one in a flip. Stick it in the book. So these other ones, these are some of the 2020 quarters that are actually in demand right now. If you get the right mint mark and you get really amazing conditions, you could actually sell some of these for a few bucks on eBay. I'm probably not going to do that right now, but so a bunch of these you can see they're just essentially brand new. They were kind of together in one of the rolls, so somebody might have had one of these rolls or kind of already cherry picked it, but this one's somewhere around say an MS65, something like that. But as I go through the lineup here, I tend to put things in order from best to much, much better. So we'll take a look at the very last one, and you'll immediately see a difference. The last one is spectacular. That's a MS67 for sure, maybe an MS68. I'll have to take a closer look, but that's really, really nice for what it's been through. So I'll just go with MS67 on that. But again, these are in demand right now. People really love these new 2020 coins. I like to think positive about it, but when I actually send something off for grading, which I will not for this, it's not quite worth it. But when I send something off for grading, I like to be very conservative with my grading so that people have heard me say I like to be surprised in the correct direction. So when I'm hunting, I'm very optimistic. When I'm truly grading these as I go through them afterwards, I'm being very honest about it. So again, this is one of the nicer ones I found. You can see hardly any wear on it. And I'm going to put this one somewhere around that 66, something like that, MS66. Let me grab another one so you can see, again, I have a row of them here. This is the nicest end. So this was definitely the nicest one of these in the bunch. And let me see if I can really show you the detail of that. So if you look hard, you really shouldn't be able to find barely a mark on this one. So this is, I would say, another MS67 or so. You can see there's some little nicks on the neck there on his bust. But again, very surprising for what these coins have been through. So not particularly valuable, but this 2020 Saltwater Bay, Salt River Bay, I think some of these in really nice condition, even ungraded, are being sold for $5-10. So the W's are the ones that are really, really in demand right now and very hard to find. And if you're lucky, you'll get a few in a single roll. But I did not find any W's in here. It's one of the things even the non-collectors know to look for right now. But I did find a couple other really nice examples. So this is the River of No Return. This is Idaho, and take a look at the condition of this. So even on the boat, if you notice, there's very subtle detail of the wood slats on the front of the boat there. This coin has to be in spectacular condition for those to show up, because they go quick when the coin is getting circulated. You can see a little bit of, marks in the field up here below wilderness. This is in really, really nice condition. I have a couple proof versions of this that are graded and slabbed. But on all of these, Washington's face and neck are what get dinged up the quickest. And then they all have their little high points that get hit the most. So the boat immediately gets some marks. In the trees, marks show up pretty quickly. But I was kind of surprised to find this one in condition like that. So that was nice. This one is actually in really high demand. I actually just did a little coin short. If you search coin shorts, you'll find my little coin shorts where I show off a coin and talk about it a little bit. This is the Weir Farm in Connecticut. I came out to Colorado from Connecticut 20 years ago. So this is a brand new 2020 quarter also, but this one's really popular right now. And you can see the condition of this one is pretty spectacular too. I'm going to put this one at close to a 66, 67, something like that. This one, Washington, happens to be really nice condition. So again, another 2020 quarter with hardly a mark on it. So that was pretty cool, finding more than a handful of coins that are technically $5-10 in the book. But I'll definitely put these nice ones in flips and put them away, and maybe they'll go up in value. Maybe we'll discover a variety we didn't know about. And then this one, Mount Rushmore, another one I found in pretty nice condition. I thought that was cool because I actually haven't seen this one in circulation. A couple unfortunate dings on the face of the carving there, but still, very nice condition, cool coin. The variety of states and things I found in here almost make me want to fill a book, like when I was younger. But I'm going to stick to the exceptional specimens. So these exceptional specimens are just one of my favorite things. So pretty cool that that one survived too, 2013. Anyway, fun hunt. So thanks for watching this. I'm going to go return some coins. I'm going to put a few perfect ones in flips and hope that they go up in value. And that was kind of cool to search basically just regular rolls from the bank. I haven't done that in a long time. That was kind of cool. And then my other thought is too that these rolls obviously, I said they look like they've been reused. Well, I didn't really think of it, but I'm about to reuse them, so that didn't really tell me much of anything, but I was just excited to do something so different from what I've been doing for a long time. So enjoy, people. I think maybe one of my favorites from the roll has to be that very first Susan B. Anthony, that just gorgeous. I really like the reverse of this one. This is one of my favorite reverses on a coin. It's just kind of classic. Come on. The moon, an eagle. It's a $1 coin. Nice. Thanks, everyone. Please share the videos, like, subscribe, hit the alert. Do what you do.